Hi, Libra. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at what's going on with you and your new love, okay? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, here we go, Libra. Overall energy for this reading. This is actually your monthly reading for the month of October, okay? But this is a timeless reading, so whenever you find it, this is what you were meant to hear, okay? So the overall energy is the Four of Cups, okay? This can talk about apathy, being disappointed, being depressed, feeling like you had a missed opportunity. This is Spirit saying failing to recognize a magical opportunity because look, it's like you're still staring at these three cups, which to me denotes a third party because Three of Cups, this is like the Three of Cups with the fourth one behind the tree. So you're staring at this Three of Cups here, right? The third party, I don't know if I'm assuming it was on the other person's side. And then behind you, Spirit is standing with another cup, and that's your opportunity to move forward. But in order for you to do that, you've got to get out of this missed opportunity energy. Okay. I know you love this person. I know they did you, really wrong. You didn't deserve any of it. You didn't deserve any of the crap that they did. Okay. Because all you were trying to do is love this person. But Spirit is telling you, it's time to be up and at them because you got other opportunities coming towards you and you need time to prepare yourself so that you can be open to this new relationship if that's what you want. Because at the end of the day, the choice is yours, Libra. Okay. Underneath this, Knight of Pentacles, Earth sign or someone with a lot of earth in their chart, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is your new love offer, the soulmate coming towards you. They're coming towards you very slowly, okay? Because you need time to prepare yourself, and this person probably needs time to prepare themselves as well, because when the two of you come together, you have to be balanced. This is somebody who is very ambitious. They are very, I'm hearing, talkative. I'm also hearing that this is going to be somebody, as I've told you before, who's going to come in, tell you exactly how they feel. You will never be left guessing. You will never be left in the dark. You will always know where you stand with this person, okay? And this is someone loyal, dedicated, protective, apprehensive. And Spirit is saying, this is about planning carefully before you do something, because this is somebody that moves slowly because they're deliberate. When they move, it's deliberate. When they're ready to take action, they think a lot about what they do before they do it, okay? And so this person is waiting for the perfect timing to come forward. That's why they're moving so slowly as well, because they're tapped in. They're an empath just like you are. So it's not going to be any type of narcissistic person coming into your life, but they listen to their intuition and they're waiting for their intuition to tell them when it's time to approach you, okay? Because I told, for a lot of you, this person is already in love with you. They know who you are. They're just waiting for the time to be right because they're champing at the bit. They want to come towards you. They want to be with you, but they know that you've gotten out of something. For a lot of you, this person has just gotten out of something as well. And so you both have to do your healing, your independent healing, independent of this connection before you can come together, okay? Underneath this, look, there's the Queen of Pentacles, okay? Again, earth sign or someone with a lot of earth in their chart, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is about the two of you having a long-term, stable, and committed relationship. I feel like this is how your person sees you. They see that you're the one. They see that the two of you can be fruitful and grow together and have this amazing relationship, that it wouldn't just extend to love and family, but money as well. Like you and this person could go into business together and, have a very lucrative life. Okay. All right. Underneath that, Six of Pentacles. This is talking about this person, you and this person having equal give and take. So you're going to get exactly what you, receive. You're going to give the exact same thing to this person and vice versa. Okay. This could also represent the fact that both of you have been breadcrumbed in the past with other people that you've been in relationships with. Okay. And this person is watching you with the Page of Swords. Okay. Air sign or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And this can also speak of delays. And I feel like one of the delays is because you have to come out of this energy. You've got to do your separate healing, and your person has to as well. Okay. But I feel like there's going to be a lot of love between the two of you, because I see the Queen of Cups underneath that Page of Swords. So we're going to start by clarifying this Four of Cups. Can you clarify, Needy, please? Okay. All right. So right now, because of the things that have happened to you in the past, you are showing up in needy energy. Okay. So this is saying you cling to the masculine to make yourself feel better emotionally. You will do anything and everything to please the masculine. This is an energy that has to be taken care of. This has to be healed. Okay. This has come from you being abandoned or mistreated in past relationships. And it doesn't have to be romantic. It could have been something that stemmed from your parents, from your childhood. But whatever this is something that needs to be paid attention to, because Spirit wants you to be in this energy, the energy of independence. Okay. So you stand on your own 2 feet. You completely take care of yourself. And we're not just talking about monetarily. We're talking about physically, mentally, spiritually, because this is about you being able to be discerning and being very picky about who you allow into your energy. Because I feel like for a lot of you, it has been quantity over quality. And this person that's coming, this Knight of Pentacles here, this person is all quality. Okay. All right. That's why they're moving slowly too, because I feel like a lot of you as well, you know, you've had just past experiences of moving fast in relationships, and then it ends up blowing up in your face. And so with this, Spirit is wanting the two of you to become friends so you can establish a bond and a foundation of trust, and then move on from there. Move on and move on up. I hear moving on up from the Jeffersons in my head. Okay, so when it comes to your person, we've got self-critical here. So this is about, you know, them having a lot of, you know, they're very hard on themselves. Okay. This person, like I said, they're very ambitious. They have a lot of goals, a lot of things they want to accomplish. And, you know, I feel like they put a lot of pressure on themselves with this self-critical card. Okay. All right. So the first card we're going to take a look at represents the main theme of the month for you. So you are trying to get over what happened between this person. This is talking about you crying over spilled milk. Okay. You looking at these 3 cups that are spilled on the ground. Again, you're looking at the 3 cups, right? You're mesmerized by these 3 cups. Okay. In this card, they're standing up, but in this one, they've fallen over. So Spirit is telling you, Spirit is trying to get you to snap out of it, because look, right behind you here, you got 1 cup here, which I feel like this cup here is talking about the self-love, you having self-love for yourself first, because you got to love yourself first before you can get in a relationship and love someone else. Then these 2 cups here represent the 2 of Cups. Okay. So like I said, Spirit is wanting you to snap out of this and and look at what is behind you, because in both cards you have opportunities behind you. Okay. But in order for you to turn around and be able to see these opportunities, it's going to require balance. That's why this card is showing up, balancing both sides of your personality, the light and the dark, the feminine and the masculine. Okay. All right. Next card here represents past influences affecting this month. So you've been breadcrumbed. You've had people play mind games with you. You've been abused in all manner of ways. Hopefully not physical, but hell, the emotional abuse can be just as bad as physical abuse, because nobody had to put their hands on you in order for you to be, you know, abused. Okay. It's still a wound. The only thing is you can't see it. You can't see it like you can with physical abuse. Okay. So this can talk about you making unwise choices when it comes to love, you know, and thinking that this is your lot in life to have to accept people who treat you like this, because this is all that's been coming towards you or all you've been choosing. Okay. But this is about you getting out of that, understanding that there's better out there and you have better opportunities coming towards you. So Spirit is telling you to be in the flow. Okay. This is about you accepting and no longer feeling the need to alter or control the situation. This is about you, you know, having tunnel vision and focusing on where it is you need to go for you to be okay, because you have to be okay first, Libra, before you can get into something with someone else, as I just said before. All right. So when it comes to the roadblocks of the month, we've got the Page of Wands showing up here. Fire sign or someone with a lot of fire in their chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I feel like this is representing the twin. Okay. I feel like the twin is going to try to come back in. because they're feeling energetically that you're moving away from them. They're also feeling that there's somebody else in the picture, okay? Because this person is a, they have psychic abilities just like you and the soulmate do. And I feel like, they're going to be coming towards you, possibly with a message, trying to, keep you stuck, keep you, where you are in this Four of Cups energy, and then in this Five of Cups energy here. Okay, so that you don't move on, because they don't want you to move on, because they're miserable and they want you to be miserable as well. Okay. All right, let's clarify. Okay, so we got two cards that fell. Okay, first card is guidance. Okay, so, Spirit is saying, reach out if you need help. You're not alone. You have a whole entire spiritual team who is around you, who is there to help you. Okay, it may feel like you don't have anybody in 3D, but you do have some people, a lot of people, I feel like, in the 5D that are, that are available to help. Then we've got inspiration here. This is about, you finding your inspiration again. Okay, so feathers might be significant for you here. You may be finding them in like weird places, because like I told you, I used to find them all over my house, and there was no reason for feathers to be in here, because I don't have no birds. I don't have nothing to be having no feathers in here. Okay, then we've got the inspiration card here. Like I said, it's about you finding your inspiration again so you can move forward, because you're going through a transformation with that butterfly. Okay, it's like the caterpillar becoming a butterfly. All right, I feel like this is your caterpillar phase, and when you come out and you're ready and healed and ready to be in a connection again, that's when you're going to come out as the butterfly. All right, so butterflies may be significant as well. So when it comes to the possibilities of the month, we have the Justice card. This is Libra energy. Your energy is talking about balance. Again, balance is the most important thing here for you. This is how you move forward, by not being too much in in the feminine, not being too much in the masculine, not being too much in the logic, not being too much in the emotion. So with this Justice card, Spirit is telling you that justice is coming for everybody. Justice is coming for that twin, for what they did to you. Justice is coming for you, because you only tried to love this person. You tried to do what was right. That's why your soulmate is showing up, and justice is coming for the soulmate as well, because they were mistreated in their last connection as well. Okay, let's clarify. Yeah, see, reconciliation is coming, and I'm not talking about the twin. Y'all see reconciliation? This is because this soulmate was somebody that you had past lives with. You've had more than one past life with this person. Okay, it could be a situation where this is played out in many lifetimes, where the twin came in and did their dirt, and then this person came in to, not necessarily rescue you, because you're rescuing yourself, but they came in to pick up the slack. Let's say that. But that's why it's saying reconciliation, because you're gonna have, you'll know when you see this person, you're gonna have soul recognition. You're gonna understand. You're gonna feel immediately comfortable around this person. It's gonna be, like I said, big love. It's gonna be true love, and so this is gonna be somebody where intuitively you're gonna sense that this person is okay, and you can trust them, and so on and so forth. Okay, all right. So now we're gonna take down this spread, and I'm going to pull a spread for the soulmate, and we're going to take a look at what's going on with them. All right, be just a moment. Okay, this is for Libra's person, Spirit. This is for Libra's person. What's going on with Libra's person, Spirit, the soulmate? What is going on with Libra's soulmate, the new person, please? Only messages, please, for the soulmate. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay, so when it comes to your person, the overall energy is the four of coins. Okay, so you both have fours. So this is talking about, this person holding themselves back. Okay, because of they may have a little bit of a scarcity mindset, because they were, in a connection where they were devalued and they were dragged and they were mistreated just like you were. Okay, Underneath this is the Ten of Swords. They were betrayed just like you were, okay? Because this card can talk about betrayal, like, you know, stabbed in the back. And it feels like they've been through a pattern of many betrayals with this Ten of Swords, because it's 10 swords to the back normally in the Rider-Waite tarot, okay? Then we have the Eight of Swords here, which is talking about this person being stuck in their head, like you were at some point when you were trying to get out of this connection with the twin. All right. And then they've been worrying about the state of affairs when it comes to their, you know, when it comes to their love life. But I feel like even though they may have given up on love before, I feel like them finding you and seeing you is what's brought them out of this. And now you are the inspiration for them, you know, to move forward. Okay. Just like you got to find yours. I feel like this person, you know, you are their inspiration to get out of whatever they need to heal from. Okay. So let's clarify. Okay. So we've got two cards that fell. We have the Passion card. This person got a lot of love, a lot of lust for you too. Okay. A lot of love and lust. So that's the difference. This twin, all they're caring about is the sex and the, you know, what you can give them. Even though they got feelings for you, they could care less about that. They're not trying to meet your needs or do anything like that. They're trying to get their needs met. They're trying to line you and other people up like bowling pins, so they can go from person to person and get what they need and not have to give anything in exchange for it. Okay, so this person is the opposite. I feel like their love for you is what's fueling the lust. Okay, that's what's making them not, you know, want to be with you. They're not going to be able to keep their hands off you, and you're not going to be able to keep your hands off of them. Okay. The sexual tension is going to be palpable. Like you'll be around people and people will be able to feel it. They'll be able to sense it around the two of you. Okay. This person is looking for clarity. Okay. They're trying to understand why they went through what they went through, like you need to be doing about your stuff, so that they can clear their head, clear their heart, you know, clear their spirit and come in the right way. Okay. All right, so we've got the first card that fell is the Two of Wands, okay? And it is talking about reevaluating, all right? It's the Two of Wands reversed. And I feel like the reason why this is coming out is because this person was at a crossroads when they got out of this relationship with this other person, where they were, like I said, they were mistreated. And they had a choice on whether, you know, they were going to lock themselves down and not be in a relationship, you know, for a long time, or whether they were going to, you know, they were going to continue on and heal themselves to be in a relationship with someone. And I feel like, you know, around this time was when they saw you and they made the decision to you know, want to move towards you. Okay. Let's clarify. Yeah. See, they want to have teamwork with you. They want to collaborate. They want to build an amazing relationship with you. Okay. And with the Seven of Coins, they know that good things take time. That this is not going to be because this is a long-term connection. This person has the potential to be your life partner, to be your husband or wife, to be what they call it, your kingdom spouse. That's what they're calling it now on YouTube. So if this is somebody that you're going to spend the rest of your life with, this is why Spirit wants you to go slowly, so that the both of you can establish trust, because you've both been hurt in the past. And it's also so that this, you know, you are establishing this trust is going to lead to other things. You're going to be in a connection with this person that like I said, has the potential to, I don't know why the hell I keep stuttering, that has the potential to last for a lifetime. And so Spirit is asking you, what is the rush? Take your time. Don't make the same mistakes that you made in the past by rushing into things with people and not really knowing them. And then that way, when you go slowly, you don't have that thing where one person is all in and the other one's like, oh, I'm freaking out now because, you know, we move so fast through this. Everything happened so fast, so on and so forth. You won't have to have those conversations if you take your time. Okay. All right, here we go. Seven of Coins. Yeah. So again, we've got the self-critical card. All right. I had somebody come at me in the comments and try to tell me that these things that are coming up for the new person it's talking about the old person. It is not. You specifically heard me ask for details about the new person. So let me say this to y'all, Libra. Okay. Let's clarify something. This person is perfect for you, but they are not perfect. Just like you are not perfect. You are perfect for them, but you are not perfect either. So this person has issues just like everybody else. But the thing is, what separates them from this twin is that they're not going to use their issues, take their issues, ball them up, and hit you in the face with them. They're not gonna take their issues out on you. They're gonna be proactive and work on themselves and take care of themselves and be a responsible human being, because this is somebody that is very, very mature. Okay, even if they're younger than you are, they end up being younger. They're very mature. They take care of their business. This is a boss that you're dealing with, whether they're male or female. This is boss energy. So I'm saying all this to say, even a boss falls down. Even a boss has a bad day. Even a boss has to heal from certain things. Just because you've gotten to a certain stature in your life, it doesn't mean that all of your life lessons are taken away. Okay? All right. So, like I said, this person is going through self-critical times. They're very hard on themselves. Like I said, they push themselves because they have a lot of goals. They have a lot of ambition. There's a lot of things they want to accomplish in this life. And I feel like you are going to be their Bonnie to their Clyde, or their Clyde to their Bonnie. Make it fit, men. Okay? And so this person is learning how to calm down and be more lovable towards themselves. Okay? All right. Then we've got the Ten of Wands reversed. So this person has been carrying around a lot of burdens. Remember they had 10 swords to the back. They got 10 wands. I feel like that represent wounds. And I feel like these wounds are the things that they're healing. And you see it says offload. So they're dropping these wands. And I'm calling them wounds because that's what they represent to me. So that they can be, balanced and come in ready to love and be open. Okay? Emotionally open. This card keep. Okay, so this person has been doing research on this connection, okay, trying to understand more about it, because I know they've been hearing the songs. I know that, the two of you have been dreaming about each other. I know it's been a situation where they feel your energy, you feel theirs. So even though they're an empath just like you are, they may not be as tapped in. No, well, not, let me not say that. Let me back that up. They may not be as knowledgeable about certain things, because you can be into metaphysics, you can be psychic and not know a lot of different things about a lot of stuff. Because there was things that when I first started, like reading cards, there were some things that I didn't know that I had to get hip to, and I've been dealing with the metaphysical all my life. And it's so much stuff now. It's such a broad area now because people are starting to embrace it. So I feel like for this person, I feel like they're trying to find knowledge about this connection, and they're also watching you, trying to find knowledge, about how to approach this connection, because they don't want to mess it up. Because like I said, they have you on a pedestal. They really want to be with you. You are very important to this person. Okay. And so they are not necessarily, how you attack a goal. They're attacking this connection the same way, but not attacking it in an aggressive and disrespectful or negative way. They're attacking it, meaning they're setting up a game plan and figuring out what they want to do, but not to manipulate you, not like this other person, because this other person is all about manipulation and getting what it is that they want. This person is figuring out how to come in like this so that you'll be open to them, they can be open to you, and the both of you can head in this direction. Okay? All right. So the outcome card we have is the Hangman. Okay, so it's Pisces energy. And it is talking about this person looking at, I feel like this is them hanging themselves upside down, because this is about enlightenment, trying to learn more about love, trying to look at love in a different way, because the last person they were with left them kind of bitter. Okay, so like I said, they're very hard on themselves. I feel like they were beating themselves up because you know how you do. You like, oh my God, I should have never done that. If I could go back and do it again, I never would have messed with that person. When they did such and such, that was a red flag. When they did such and such, I should have known. That type of thing. That's what this person has been doing to themselves. Because like I said, they're very self-critical. Okay. They're very hard on themselves, but this person is a good person, and I feel like they hold themselves to a high standard. And that is why they've achieved the things that they've achieved in their life. Because as I've told you before, Libra, this person could be with anybody they want to be with, and they're in love and want to be with you. And I'm telling you, You're special just like this person is special, okay? And this person can see how special you are. That's why I'm telling you, it is important if you want to be with this person to do what you need to do to prepare yourself for this connection. Because I hear people saying, oh, well, I know I got friends and they don't have to do this. They just walk right into relationships and they're not healing. I'm like, okay, but they're not on the same path that you're on, okay? We all signed up for this shit. And yes, I said shit. We all signed up for this shit on the other side before we came down here. And if you were not strong enough to do this shit, you wouldn't have been able to, I don't think you would have been allowed to sign up for it. Let me say it like that. So you need to take this as a compliment, Libra, okay? That you are allowed to do this, because it's only a handful of people in this whole entire world who are going through what we're going through. And yeah, at times I know you're like, hell, you can have this shit, you can take it back, but the rewards on the other side are going to far outweigh everything that other people have. Because just because you see your friends smiling and laughing and giggling at the beginning of a relationship, that don't mean they're going to be smiling, laughing and giggling at the end. I'm not trying to say anything bad about them or talk any kind of negativity into their life or speak anything negative onto them, but I'm just telling you, you don't even know if that relationship they're in is true love. This person is true love. This is somebody you can spend the rest of your life with. And you know, in this day and age, especially if you're American, you know this, okay? We got an over 50% divorce rate in this country, okay? And so knowing that, the odds are more against you than they are for you. So you want to get yourself together to the level to where you can overcome some of these obstacles that other people are being, beat down by. They're not able to surmount these certain things because they're not on that level. They haven't healed themselves, to that point. And so the better and the more you heal yourself, the happier you're going to be, the better you and this person are going to be. Like I said, this is going to be a connection that everyone envies. And so you better get ready, Libra, because we got some other stuff to talk about after we get past this. Because when you come together with this person, you're going to have people coming out of the woodwork trying to fuck y'all shit up. So you might as well get ready, because we're going to have to do some readings about that too, because I can feel it coming in the energy, in the collective energy, that we're going to have to talk about that. So that's why I'm telling you, it's time for you to put yourself back together. It's time for you to put on your big girl drawers. It's time for you to put on your big boy britches, and man up and woman up, because there's some storms coming, okay? And so don't think that just because you getting with this person, you about to ride off into the sunset and it's gonna be, all these beautiful things. It is, but it's gonna be you and this person now dealing with other shit, like this person's person or ex-person is going to have a tendency to want to try to tank this connection. You got twin that's not having it. They already feel you trying to move on, and they are trying to hatch some type of plan to fuck your shit up. And I'm telling you like this because you need to hear it like this. I had to talk to you straight because you need to hear it like this to wake you up, for you to understand what is coming, okay? And so I got to Spirit is giving it to you in dribs and drabs, because they don't want to give it to you all at once. But it's a lot of moving parts to this situation that you got to understand, okay? All right. So anyway, back to this. Hangman. This is talking about, this person looking at love from a different angle and realizing, like I said, what they did wrong, what went wrong in the connection. How can they be better so that this doesn't happen again in the future? Because like I said, this person plans on being with you for the rest of their lives if that's what you want. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. Okay. So, all right. I think this is the reason why people are wanting to say that this is talking about the twin. This is not talking about the twin. This is talking about your person. Your person, like I said, they are a beautiful person. But everybody got their thing. I don't care what nobody says. It could be, you could like to shop too much. You could like to work too much. You may like to drink. You may like to take some gummies. You may like to smoke. Everybody has their thing. It doesn't have to be anything illicit. It doesn't have to be anything illegal. Okay. And to me, there's no judgment. Everybody has their thing. But just because this is showing up for your person, it does not mean they are any less than. They have their demons to fight just like everybody else. You think you get to the heights that this person got to and there are no demons, there's no dragons to slay? Think about that. Think about that. Because this person, the level that they're on, I don't even know if your twin could ever get to that level. I think they would have to work all of their lives to get to that level, because this person doesn't even want to work on themselves. This person works on themselves. You know, they focus on trying to balance themselves out. And I feel like this right here is what's going on, but they are working on it. They're working on getting past it. This is going to be the type of person that's going to make sure something like this does not come between the two of you. And they're going to do everything they can to get through it. Okay. All right. All right. So now we're going to get some messages from Spirit. Okay. Look, their Spirit is, look, what did I say? Spirit is telling you, go slow. Take time. Take the time to get to know each other. Okay. Because like I said, everybody got demons. There's nobody walking this earth that don't have no damn demons. Don't think you're going to go through this life and come out unscathed. That's you living in la la land if you think that's going to happen. Okay. Everybody got stuff that they have to deal with. All right. And I'm on this person's side because this person sees your value and this is real love. This person really loves you. I don't think either one of you have ever really felt like this for another person before. I mean, real love, not no obsession and all that crazy, unhealthy shit with the twin. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about real healthy love where you got this person's back, they got your back, you riding and dying. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Then we've got regret. Someone feels remorse for the way that they treated you. It's your twin coming in. They're coming in trying to tell you. Then we have stability. This relationship can stand the test of time. That's what Spirit is telling you. This is the jackpot. Okay. A lot of your friends that you see in relationships or you know, going through whatever, they can't say this. Everybody can't say this. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to speak anything on anybody, but I'm just telling you that the things you're going through and the things you're experiencing, if you go through and you follow what you're being recommended to do, you have massive rewards on the other side of it. It's a relationship with your life partner, money, your career taking off, you know, new vehicle. It's a lot of or house, things like that. It's a lot of different rewards coming from you having to go through all this stuff. So don't think you're going through it in vain, Libra. Not at all. Okay. All right. So let's get some messages from your person, the new person. Okay. So we've got follow your bliss. Hold on. Okay. So I feel good when I know you're happy. Do something that you enjoy today. Feelings of joy and hope will bring us together on our journey and will put you at ease. Okay, so this person is wanting you to follow what makes you happy because they want the both of you to be in a relationship where you're both happy, you're both fulfilling your own needs outside of the connection. Okay, then we have spark. My love for you is written in the stars. We have the spark between us, which is undeniable and visible to everyone around us. Didn't I tell you that? Okay, it says, you are the miracle that dropped into my life and lit me from within. Look up at the stars tonight and know that I am under the same sky thinking about you. We are destined to be together from many lifetimes. Okay, I told you that too. We don't need to rush this love. What did I just said that too, right? Our love is eternal. Okay, then we've got our love is real. It's safe for you to love me. Trust in us and in the guidance of the higher realm. Have faith that it's safe to love me as much as I love you. Our union is protected by angels and we are destined to be together. Again, they're telling you you're destined. Our love is true, divine, and unconditional. Okay, so like I said, everybody that's in relationships can't say that about their love. They may think it in the beginning, but like think about it. You probably thought that about some of the things, some of the people you were with, right? And then look what happened. So that's why I'm trying to tell you, don't be looking at other people. Look at what, keep your head down and look at what you're doing. Okay, because what is going on with somebody else, that don't have nothing to do with what's going on with you. I know it sucks to see people and you know, it just seems like they don't do anything and they end up in something with somebody. But like I said, there's a method to the universe's madness. Okay, and you're gonna see what it is when you get on the other side of this. Okay, so we've got You're the first thing I think about when I open up my eyes. So this person is thinking about you all the time. You're the last thing, you're the best thing, excuse me, the best thing that's happened to me. All right. And then you're everything I want and need. All right. So this person don't see nobody but you. Nobody but you. Okay. All right. Okay. So this is the message from Spirit. All right. It says healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed in this very moment. All right. So this is talking about the two of you healing, because like I said, they have to heal just like you have to. You want to do these two? Okay. All right, Libra. That's all I got for you. I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Libra. Hi, Libra. And welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at your love life with your new love, okay? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. All right, give me 1 second. Move you a little bit to the right, to the left. Okay, here we go, Libra. Excuse me. Okay, the overall energy for this week's reading is the Two of Swords. So this can talk about, this is my poop or get off the pot card. This can talk about you needing to make a decision, okay? This can also speak of like you being blindfolded, like this person like refusing to see certain things. But if you can look at this card, you can see that this woman can see straight through the veil. So there may be things in your life that you're pretending to not see, okay? But I feel like, they're evident. It could be something that you see it, but you don't want to acknowledge it because maybe, sometimes you'll say, I don't want to acknowledge it because then that makes it true. So it could be a situation like that is what I'm getting, okay? But if you see this veil or this blindfold, it's actually between the two swords. So if the woman pulled the two swords apart, it would actually cut the veil or cut the blindfold in two. So I feel like Spirit is telling you, this is not the time to have your head stuck in the sand or to not want to look at things for what they truly are, because this is going to have to do 222 with the quality of your relationship, who you end up with. So it's important for you to pull off the blindfolds, to take your head out of the sand, to, poop or get off the pot, because it's time for you to make a decision about your love life. And it's a very important decision, because if you choose the wrong person, that's going to be your karma to deal with whatever that person, comes with. Okay. Underneath this, we have the Six of Swords. This is talking about you moving forward from rough waters into calmer waters. It could also be talking about travel. So some of you could be traveling somewhere or have traveled somewhere. Okay. The Six of Swords can also be a card of healing as well. So I feel like, you've gone through things, and the reason why you're moving from the rough waters into the calmer waters is because you're doing the work to put yourself in that position. Okay. Underneath this, we have the Temperance card. This is Sagittarius energy. This is talking about healing. It's also talking about balance. It's talking about your soulmate coming in. Okay. This is also just a card of moderation. Okay. So for you not to be putting too much of anything, too many eggs in one single balance. Oh gosh, let's try it again. This is about you not putting too many eggs in one single basket, okay? But it said balance, so that's what Spirit is saying too, that balance is important. That's the reason why we're talking about eggs in baskets, okay? Then underneath this is the Ace of Wands. So I feel like this is representing your soulmate, and this person has a lot of passion for you, okay? They want to have a fresh new start with you with this Ace of Wands. And the reason why I'm saying, you know, a fresh new start is because they realize on some level that you've been through something with someone else just like they have been. Okay. Yeah, this is all about you getting your wish fulfillment, getting what it is you truly desire with this Nine of Cups. All right. Okay, so we're going to start by clarifying this Two of Swords here. Ooh, okay. All right. Hold on. I got to clarify for your person as well. Two of Swords. Okay. All right. So you've been suppressing some stuff. That's why this Two of Swords is coming up here. There's some feelings about from the past, from what's happened to you in the past that you've been suppressing and you haven't been looking at. And that's why we're seeing this Two of Swords here with the blindfold. So Spirit is telling you that whatever these feelings are you're suppressing, I feel like a lot of it may have to do with this twin or this last person that you were with. And so this is about you healing that, okay? Getting that out, because you can't just suppress something and think that it's never going to come up, because what happens is it'll lay dormant until you get into a relationship with someone else. And when you do that, it's all going to come exploding out. Something they say or something they do is going to trigger you because this is there. And like I said, it's going to explode. It's not going to be a beautiful thing. It's going to be a nasty thing, is what Spirit is saying. Okay. All right. So yeah, see, look, I got another card on here. This is the High Priestess, and it's reversed, and it's saying keeping it all in. So Spirit is telling you it's some feelings or something about what this person did to you. You are hoarding it, and I mean it by you're holding on to it. Okay, okay, let's talk about this. A lot of times, Libra, I remember me in the past. I'm using me as an example. Okay. A lot of times in the past, I used to get mad at people, angry at people, and then I would hold on to that anger, thinking by me doing that, I was hurting them. But actually, the only person you're hurting is yourself, because 9 times out of 10, that person don't even know why you're angry. And we've talked about this twin before, and about how this person just don't compute when it comes to certain things. So it's like they live their life in a bubble, and it's like they run around. They lay all this destruction in their wake, because the things they're doing to you, they doing them to other people too. It's not just to you, because they got other people on the side, other options and stuff like that they did the same thing to you, tried to chip away at your self-concept. They did the same thing to other people, and they're oblivious to the fallout from it. They don't pay attention to what happens to the other people. They don't pay attention to, how they make other people feel. They're just all about self and all about what they can get. So I'm telling you this, the reason why we're talking about this, because I know y'all don't like to talk about the old person, but sometimes it's warranted. And in this connection or in this situation, it is warranted, because you're trying to move on to somebody else, and Spirit is trying to stop you from making them same mistakes you made before. Okay. So the reason why this person was allowed to trigger you like they did, and to make you feel the way that they made you feel, was because there are things that you have to deal with within yourself. And like I said, I know a lot of y'all don't like to talk about that, but if you want to have the type of relationship you want to have, you got to address all these things. You have to heal yourself. You have to do these things. Otherwise, I'm not saying you can't bring somebody, new into your life, because you can do that, but it's going to remain to be seen whether or not you're going to be successful at that relationship, because like I said, these things, feelings buried alive, never die. Okay. So we've got the tunnel vision card. So this is about you, focusing on self. You're not worrying about this person anymore, right? You're focusing on yourself. You're trying to build your empire. You're focusing on your creativity, the things in your career that light you up. And Spirit is proud of you for doing this. Okay. It's good. It's good that you're doing that, but you cannot forget to take care of yourself while you're doing this. Okay. There's the soulmate card. Like I said, for some of you, for a lot of you, the reason why this card that comes up in this deck, this person is probably not going to be from the same background as you. They're probably not going to be the same race as you. Okay. Because look, it's an interracial couple on this card. Okay. And when it comes up, this is Spirit saying that, get ready, because this may not be somebody that you normally would choose. And I feel like that's a good thing, because I feel like the people we choose are a damn problem sometimes too. Okay, sometimes you need to let other people choose for you. You know how people go and they see a matchmaker. I'm not advising that you do that, but I'm just saying how people go and see a matchmaker and they end up choosing somebody that they never would have dealt with, but then it ends up working. So I feel like that's what's going on. You got a spiritual matchmaker, Libra, and spirit is like, back up, handle what you need to handle, focus on what you need to focus on. We're going to take care of this. That's what I feel like spirit is saying. Okay, so when it comes to this is the twin showing up there. Like I told you, it's self-deception. This person lies to themselves. They try not to look at, like I said, the deception and the damage that they leave in their wake, and they're all about what they can get without having to give anybody anything. Okay, this person doesn't want to invest in anything at all. Okay, so when it comes to the new person, we got two cards showing up. We have the confession card. So this person is coming forward to tell you the truth. It showed up with this self-deception card. So this could be the twin as well, trying to come and tell you, because I told you, once you commit to this new person, here comes the twin trying to take you out of your element, mess with your head, keep you stuck, keep you, standing there so they can be the puppeteer and, keep you under their thumb, keep their foot on your neck, keep you, under their control is what they're trying to do. Okay. All right. But I feel like the reason why it's coming up for majority of you is this new person coming out and letting you know, hey, I'm the one that has the feelings for you and I want to be with you. Okay. Then we've got confidence showing up here. This person is building up their confidence in order to come towards you with this love offer. Okay, so the first card we're going to take a look at represents who you're going to be in this new relationship. So we got the Page of Swords here. This is an air sign, or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. This card, it can speak of delays, but I feel like this is a thing where you may be watching this person. That's how I feel I take this, because it's like you've been through so much with other people in relationships that before you relax, you're going to take the time to observe this person and like really see the type of person they are, see what's going on, and you're going to take your time. And that's what spirit wants you to take your time. So I feel like that's a good thing that you're showing up as the Page of Swords. Yeah, this is about you finding your voice. Okay, spirit is saying courageously speaking your truth. All right. I feel like this new person is going to want to travel the world with you. See if I can get another card. Okay. We got the false persona card showing up here. This is the twin showing up again. So this is about them wearing a mask. Okay, this could be for some of you. You may not at first not want to let this new person know how you feel. You may wear a mask because you're afraid to not get hurt. But if that's the case, spirit is telling you when this person comes to you and tells you how they feel, you have to open yourself up as well. If you want this to work, you can't be hiding behind no damn mask, just like they're going to stop hiding behind masks. So it has to be a level playing field is what spirit is telling you. Okay. All right. So when it comes to your person, we've got who they're going to be in this relationship. So they're showing up as the Empress. They're showing up as, this is Taurus, Libra energy. They're coming in, with their heart, opening up, being more in touch with their feelings, telling you how they feel. Okay, so this is motherhood energy. If you're, attracted to females, it can be, take it as it resonates. This could be, masculine energy if you're a female. Okay, so make it fit. This is talking about somebody who embodies all the qualities of the queens, or we can just say it's an emperor and they're embodying all the qualities of the king. So this is somebody that's very multifaceted. They, they got a lot going on. They're in a good way. And they're somebody who is taking, going to step into this relationship, take it seriously, take you seriously, prioritize you and the relationship. Okay. Let's clarify. Excuse me. Okay. Hold on. Okay. I don't know why the twin is coming up. There could be some of you that need to hear what is going on. So we're going to touch upon whatever spirit gives me. I'm going to read the cards. We are focusing on the new person, But if anything comes up about the twin, we're going to talk about it. I'm not going to not do that, because there are other people that watch this, these readings. It's not just those of you who are moving on to new love. There are people that are still back where y'all were when I first started back reading for you. Okay. So we've got the heartbreak card showing up here. So this is talking about the twin. Okay. The twin is afraid to come towards you and confess. Okay. Because they're afraid that what's going to happen is, when they get the courage up to come towards you, you're going to be moving on with this new person. And I feel like that's what you're going to be doing. And that is what Spirit is recommending that you do if you want to be in a relationship with this new person. Okay. All right. Then we've got the balance card. Okay. This person is going to be coming in. They're going to be balanced. They're not going to be about the bullshit. So that's why you got to get your ducks in a row. You got to dot your I's and cross your T's, because this person is going to come in right, and you need to come in and match that energy so that the two of you can sustain this connection together. Excuse me. Then we've got the marriage card showing up. This to me is talking about this person wanting to come in and marry you. Okay. Like I said, this is not a fly by night thing. This is not, I just want to date you and see where it goes. They're going to date you, but it's with intention, with intent. It's not dating to play around or play mind games or whatever this other person did. Like I said, this new person is going to be the complete and utter antithesis of this old person. Okay. All right. So next card represents, excuse me. Sorry. I'm telling you, I didn't have no issues until I sat down to do this. So it could be, you may have throat chakra issues. It could be your person, this new person that has throat chakra issues. That may be something they're working on. Okay. So when it comes to what you're looking for in a lover, we have the Three of Cups showing up here. So this is talking about, you're wanting somebody, this is a past life connection coming back, reunite, for reunion. So this is talking about, the two of you coming together and having a celebration. I also feel like you want this person to be your friend, not just your lover. All right. So you want someone with whom you can move through life in a celebratory fashion, and somebody that, like I said, is going to definitely be your friend, somebody you can tell anything to, you can talk about anything. But that's the type of connection you're going to have with this person. The both of you are going to be able to tell the other person things that you've never told anybody else. Okay, let's clarify. Excuse me. Okay, so you're getting signs from Spirit. All right. This is one of the signs. This is a message from your soulmate. And I said, I love you. Okay. So they could be trying to tell you this through songs. You may be getting messages from them. Okay. Be drawn to certain words, but Spirit is letting you know that your person is, coming towards you. All right. And that they do love you. I told you they already do. So we've got the lesson card. Spirit is saying there are valuable soul lessons needed to make yourself whole again. So I feel like with this relationship, the two of you are going to come together and you're going to teach each other lessons. There are going to be things that you can learn from this person. There are going to be things they can learn from you. And I feel like, as a whole, as a unit, the two of you are going to grow together. Excuse me. This next card here represents what your person is looking for in a lover. And we've got the Nine of Wands. Okay. So they're not looking for a wounded warrior when you see this, because that's what this card is about. They're looking for somebody who persists, who's able to go through the hard times and the lessons and heal what they need to heal and do what they need to do to come out on the other side. So they're looking for somebody who is able to go through this. Okay. They're not expecting you, it's not a literal thing where they're expecting you to come in as a wounded warrior. They're expecting you to show the qualities, let's say that, of a wounded warrior. That's what they're wanting in somebody, because that's the type of person they are. Okay. Because it's like, I'm down, but I'm not out. It's that type of energy. Okay. Let's clarify. I don't know why this comes to my head in my head, but I'm going to tell you. Okay. There's an old song by Rod Stewart, and it's like, it goes, if you want my body, I'm not going to sing it. I'm not going to butcher it. If you want my body and you think I'm sexy, come on, sugar, let me know. I can't remember the name of the song. Somebody will tell me in the comments. If you really need me, just reach out and touch me. Okay. So that's the song that's going through my head. It's coming. It's there for a reason. It must mean something to somebody. Okay. So The suppression card is showing up for your person as well. The two of you are mirroring each other, all right? This person has some things that they've suppressed due to triggers that they went through. Because remember, I told you they went through the same thing you went through. It may not have been, I'm not saying it was a twin flame connection, but they went through something with somebody who had narcissistic tendencies, who was, dragging them and devaluing them and doing them badly, just like you got done. Okay. Tried to chip away at their, self confidence and their self, awareness and who they are. And so they got to deal with this, these feelings they suppressed based on this, and they've got to deal with their triggers as well. Okay. Because like I said, just because this person is perfect for you, Libra, it doesn't mean that they're perfect. Okay. They have things they have to deal with just like everyone else. Excuse me. Okay. So the next card here represents what you really want. No, let me see, hold on. Yeah, what you really want in a relationship. That's what it is. So we got the Hanging Man here showing up. This is Pisces energy. This can talk about, you wanting enlightenment, you wanting to look at things from a different perspective. You want a relationship where you and this person can have your bad times, your tough times, but shake it off at the end of the day. I hear that song, come on, shake it off. That's the next song I hear. Every time I say something, Spirit's giving me a song for it. So I hear, like I said, so what I'm saying is, you want somebody who can go through the rough and the tough times with you and shake it off. Somebody who is able to, always hang themselves upside down and enlighten themselves about what happened between the two of you. Like learn the lessons and release everything else and move on. And it's also about, both of you letting go of things that no longer serve you. So like not hanging on, just taking the lessons and letting all the other bullshit go. Okay, let's clarify. Okay, so this is about you just going with the flow. Okay, so it's about you detaching from this situation, accepting, and no longer feeling the need to control or alter this situation, because everything's happening in divine timing, and Spirit is telling you that no matter what you do to try to control this situation, when you interfere, it slows it down. So you just need to leave it alone and just let it go, let it move the way it's moving. Okay. Then we've got the intuition card showing up here. Spirit is telling you you're being guided by them. Follow your intuition, because your intuition is going to help guide you in the direction you need to go in. Okay. All right. So next card is what your person really wants in a relationship. So we got the Moon showing up here. All right. So I feel like this is Pisces energy, but I also say it's Cancer, because Cancer is ruled by the Moon. So you may have those placements, or your person may have. There's some water in here somewhere for one of the both of you. With this Moon card, I feel like this is Spirit saying that your person they're looking for someone who can, how do I explain this? Someone who can jump into their emotions and not be overwhelmed by them. Because a lot of times the Moon can talk about like emotion and like you drowning in them. And I don't think this person wants you to drown in them. I think they just want you to be able to jump in them and swim in them and be comfortable in them. Okay, the positive parts of being in your emotions. Okay, let's clarify. Okay, yeah, this person is planning on how to come towards you. Okay, they're taking this very seriously. This person is a planner. They think they're not impulsive like this other person. They think things through. Even if they end up taking an impulsive action, they've thought it through a million times before they do it. But this planning card is about them not wanting to mess this up, because they see this as a beautiful opportunity for the two of you to come together, and they're trying to make sure they make all the right choices, do all the right things. Okay. Okay, so when it comes to what your relationship is destined to be like, we have the Justice card. So this is Libra energy. It is talking about balance. So you and this person are going to be balanced. You're both going to get your karma, which I feel like is good karma, because you've both been done wrong. And so it talks about, if you've been done wrong, you're getting what you deserve coming towards you, which is a beautiful relationship, because you've been mistreated when you did the other person, you treated the other person right, and same for your person. Okay. All right, let's clarify. I still hear that song. If you want my body and you think I'm sexy, Rod Stewart, look it up. Okay, so this connection, you're going to be happy. You're going to be so happy. Look how this person is jumping. That reminds me of that old Toyota commercial where they used to be like, oh, what a feeling, Toyota. And they would jump at the end. That's what this reminds me of. That's what Spirit is showing me. Then we've got the knowledge card showing up here for your person. So I feel like this is going to be a thing where your person wants to keep this relationship, not afloat, but make sure that it thrives. So they're going to do their due diligence. They're going to do research and things about this connection and about you and about relationships to make sure that they're always putting their best foot forward. And also, they follow their intuition as well. And it's also a thing of where they're going to be in that they're going to have those 9 of Wands qualities as well. The wounded warrior qualities of, persisting, being able to move through, tough challenges, gracefully, and being able to do it. And like I said, take the lessons and let everything else go. Okay. All right. So now we're going to get some messages from Spirit, see what they want to tell you. Okay. So the first card that flipped over, it says strength. The connection is stronger than you think. So you may doubt this at times, right? Because a lot of you, I hear y'all in the comments, you're like, I'm still waiting. I'm waiting on this person or whatever. But you're not supposed to just be waiting. You're supposed to be making sure you've done your healing. It's not, this time, this period is not for you to wait. It's for you to focus on yourself and look at the things you need to take care of. Because it's not for you to sit and watch for this person. Just like how I used to tell y'all, for those of you that still wanted to be with the twin, you're not supposed to sit and wait for the person. You're supposed to move on and live your life. I feel like for the majority of you, that is what you're doing. But, if there are any of you that are, hanging back and trying to watch for them when they show up, you'll never see this coming. It's going to come out of nowhere. Spirit they love. Okay. You see my eyes go up, right? Love to make you, like, surprise you. They love it. I don't know why. Because the things that have happened to me in my life that have been orchestrated by Spirit, it was always a surprise. It was never something where, oh, I know it's coming as his and you. So Spirit is just telling you, move on, focus on your life, understand that this is a really strong connection. You are destined to meet this person. Okay. The choices you make, whether you decide you want to be with them or not, is up to you, but you are going to meet this person. You cannot stop this from happening. Okay. But you still got to do your work though. If you want them to come in, that's the caveat. Okay. So we've got 2 other cards. It says fantasy. Somebody is living in a fantasy world that does not exist. I feel like this is your twin. Okay. Because I think that person is, you know what they're doing? I told you this before, but this is a refresher. This person is sitting over there trying to manifest you back into their life because they're too damn chicken shit to come towards you and take responsibility for what the fuck they did. Let's just be honest, because I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, and I'm gonna tell you what's up. So this lazy effer, okay, is sitting over there trying to do manifestation rituals to try to bring you back towards them because they messed it up. Okay. Next card, reminiscing. Someone is secretly thinking and replaying sweet memories of the past. This is the sweet. I'm sorry, I can't laugh. I can't. This just make me laugh because this person is effing delusional. Okay, they are delusional. Okay, so let's get some messages from the new person. We not paying attention to the twin. They popped up in this reading enough. We not gonna do it. Let me get one because somebody here needs to hear this stuff from this twin. They need to hear the audacity of this person. Okay, it says, I'm afraid that your feelings for me are not mutual. So see, this person knows. They know you have moved on, and they are like panicking. And it's like, like when somebody is drowning, how they grab onto a person that's trying to help them, or they grab onto the life jacket or the lifeboat with that panic mode, like, oh my God, if I don't, I'm going to go down. It's that energy. That's what they're in. Okay. So when it comes to your new person, we've got promise. I want to make a commitment. I wish you knew just how special you are to me. It kills me not to be able to tell you. You amaze me with your compassion and kindness through this time apart. I promise I will make things right between us. So this person is coming in, and they're gonna come in, sincere, and they're making promises to you already, and the two of you aren't even together. Okay. All right. Let's get some more messages. Okay. Okay, so they're watching you. It says, I'm keeping tabs on you. Then we've got, no matter how hard I try, my thoughts always sway back to you. So like I said, this person thinks about, just as much as you think about them, they think about you as well. You're all I've ever hoped for. You're my dream person. Okay. Because you got to think about this from this other person's side. This person already knows who you are. They're already in love with you. So imagine how difficult it must be for them to have to hold themselves back, knowing that they have feelings for you, but they're waiting for the right time to be able to come in. So I imagine that would have to be difficult. Okay. Then we've got, you're the first thing I think about when I open my eyes. I feel like this person dreams about you as well. Okay. All right. Let's get some more messages. We're going to move to a different deck. I hear Mary J. Blige, you are my everything. Okay, so we've got, you bring out the best in me. Then we've got, thank you for teaching me what real love is. Like I've told y'all before, this person, I don't think this person thought they were in love, but they've never felt the way they feel about you for anyone else. We've got, I know how strong you are, yet I feel so protective of you. So this person is, very protective. There, like I told you, they're going to be somebody, nobody's going to be able to mess with you when this person comes into your life. When I look into your eyes, the whole world stops and I forget where I am. And then we've got, I can't help mentioning you to my close friends or family members. So this person is already talking about you to other people. So like I said, it's like they can't contain it. It's like, let me tell you, this energy feels very giddy. Like I'm laughing and giggling. And that's why you hear me laughing throughout the whole read, because I'm just like, it's the energy. It makes you feel like on top of the world. This person feels on top of the world, like they can't imagine their life without you. Like I said, they never felt like this. They're like genuinely happy, and they're looking forward. They're happily looking forward to meeting you, to the two of you coming together and being together. It's like nothing but like happy vibes I'm getting from this person. Okay. All right. So let's get a Black Hollywood Romance Stars Oracle card before I let you go. Okay, so we got two cards here. The first one says memories. Someone is walking down memory lane at this time. It's the twin. The twin would not leave you alone, Libra. I don't know what you did to this person. I don't know what you did to this person, but they will not leave you alone. It says it's okay to reminisce about the past by looking at old photos or messages. So this twin is looking at old stuff about y'all and just, I don't know, spazzing out and whatever. Okay, so this is about the new person. Butterflies. Enjoy the overwhelming excitement and bliss of new, it says new or old love, but this is new love we're talking about. So this person is going to give you butterflies. I feel like you give them butterflies. That's why they giggling and they giddy and stuff like that. I know at times they probably like, I feel like such a damn fool because they've never felt like this before. And it's like, those of you who have been in love like this, if you haven't, you feel crazy. It's like you feel like you're losing your damn mind at times, but you're happy about it, So I feel like that's what's going on with your person. Okay. All right, Libra, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Libra. Hi, Libra. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at what's going on with your person, okay? New love, soulmate, okay? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay. For Libra's person, spirit, new love, soulmate. Okay, Libra. Overall energy for your persons, for this week's reading for your person is the Two of Pentacles. So this can talk about juggling. This person may have a lot of things on their plate. They could possibly be a workaholic, somebody who works a lot. And, they are waiting for their ships to come in. Even though it's not the Three of Wands, I'm being drawn to this ship here. I feel like they're juggling, whatever they're doing to juggle, it's for them to wait. This is how they're waiting for the time for them to strike, to come towards you. Okay. To get the message from spirit. Underneath this is the world. This is talking about them. It's all signs. It's talking about them closing out, old cycles. This is also talking about them overcoming their own independent personal challenges, independent of any relationship, things that they need to work on for themselves so that they can come in balanced. Okay. Underneath this is the Eight of Swords. This can talk about them feeling stuck. Okay. But it's a mental prison. It's something they're doing to themselves. Okay. It could have been this last person they were in a connection with because the person was abusive and controlling and manipulative, just like the person you were with. Okay. And then we also have the Six of Cups here. This is spirit telling you this person is a past life connection. Okay. Not past life like this life, a past life, another life connection. Okay. And this is a soulmate card talking about the two of you coming into union together. Okay. This is going to be somebody with the King of Wands, who is very protective. This is going to be someone who is also very independent, someone who is, going to have your back, going to be very passionate about you and, always looking out for you. Okay. All right. And then, like I said, there is going to be a fresh new start in love when it comes to the two of you, but there must be balance on both sides with the King of Cups. So this is a water sign or someone with a lot of water in their chart, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. When this shows up, it's Cancer for me. Okay. All right. So we're going to start by clarifying this Two of Pentacles. Yeah, this card came out while I was shuffling. Okay. So your person, like I said, they're waiting on guidance from spirit. They're waiting for that ship to come in, for spirit to tell them it's time for them to come towards you. Okay. And while they're doing that, like I said, they may be putting their head down, working, doing something that is pulling their attention from waiting on you because, I feel like it's difficult. This person is in love with you. So it's not easy to wait for someone when you're already in love with them. Okay. So we've got the trauma wounds card for you. Okay, so this is talking about the fact that Libra, that, somebody that's watching this has been through, a lot of trauma. I feel like a lot of you have been through trauma, but this in particular is talking about sexual abuse. And okay, and I know this is a very touchy subject, not a lot of people like to deal with it, but this is something that has to be dealt with. This comes up a lot. You're not the only sign that this has come up for. There was another sign that I pulled this card for this week. Okay. So Spirit is saying, whoever this is that has experienced sexual abuse, again, my heart goes out to you. It's a horrible thing to have this happen to you, but this has the potential to destroy any relationship you're in if you don't heal it. Spirit is telling you that's the recommendation for you to heal this. Okay. And again, I'm going to tell you the story. There was someone who came into my comments on one of the videos where this card came up. It was a masculine, a male person. And they told me and everybody else in the comments that they were in a relationship with a woman who had been sexually abused. And they said that they couldn't keep the relationship together, that it fell apart because of this. So I'm telling you this story so that you can understand what the possible repercussions are if you don't deal with this. You're going to continue to carry it around for the rest of your life and not in a way that is not positive if you don't heal this. Okay, so that's the recommendation from spirit. Okay, so it's a 9-card spread. The first 3 cards that fell represent the recent past. We have the Ten of Swords, which can talk about endings. The Star, Aquarius energy, which can speak of healing. Let me put my hand over this. And then we have the Moon card here. Okay, which can speak of, it can talk about secrets. It can also speak of like hidden emotions, drowning in your emotions, that type of thing. Okay, so it's a 9-card spread, and The first three cards represent the recent past. Okay, so we've got three cards that fell. We have the Ten of Swords, we've got the Star, which is Aquarius energy, and we have the Moon, which is Cancer and Pisces energy. Okay, the Pisces, it's Pisces, but Cancer is ruled by the Moon as well. Okay, so what Spirit is saying is that your person got 10 swords to the back. They were betrayed in the last connection they were in. All right, they were messed over really badly. It could have been cheating. Like I said, there were lies. There were all kinds of things that happened in this connection. Okay, and because of that, this person is needing to heal from what happened. So they are using the Star, which is Aquarius energy, in order to do that. All right. And this, with the Moon showing up here, what Spirit is telling me is that this is something that this person is doing in secret. Nobody knows that they're doing this healing. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's clarify. Okay. Hold on. Okay, we gonna go through this and throw it to the side. Your twin is showing up. They're feeling trapped. Okay, they can't get away from you. You know, they feeling some type of way because you walked away from them. They're dealing with their low self-esteem issues. I don't know if they're healing or not. I don't feel like, it doesn't feel like they're healing. It just feels like they feel some kind of way because you walked away. Okay, all right. So let me go ahead and clarify. Okay, this is talking about the new person. Okay, I'm going to say that again. We are talking about new love. We are talking about the soulmate. You heard me say that several times. This person had an issue here with a toxic addiction. It could have been sex, drugs, gambling, alcohol. It could have been food. It could have been overworking. Okay, being a workaholic, anything like that. Okay, it doesn't have to be these things that are on the card. But this person had some type of issue, some type of addiction, and in the recent past. And I feel like they are working on it. That's why it's in secret, because they're not wanting anybody to know what's going on. Okay. So we also have the suppression card, which is talking about them suppressing their emotions. All right. When it came, I feel like this person was really hurt by whatever happened to this with this other person. And for a long time, they suppressed their emotions about it. And that is probably why they went into this toxic addiction, whatever this is. Okay. All right. Then we've got the boundaries card here. All right. So this is about, that's why this person's moving in secret. They're setting their boundaries up. They're not letting people know what's going on, when it comes to this type of thing, because I feel like, look at how this person is laying on the table here with this drink in their hand. I feel like this is something that this person despised about themselves, that this happened, and that but it just goes to show you cannot live this life, Libra, and come out unscathed. Everybody has something that they have to deal with. Everybody has a thing. Okay, so with this toxic addictions card, I feel like this is something that this person is not proud of, and that's why they're dealing with it and healing it under the cover of the Moon in secret. Okay, all right. So the second row here, we've got three cards. We have the Ace of Swords, all right? We've got the Queen of Cups, which is Scorpio, and we have the Page of Cups, water sign or someone with a lot of water in their chart, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but this is Pisces again. So somebody has got Pisces placements, or it could be the both of you. So what Spirit is saying is that this person has a lot of love for you, Libra, okay? And they're wanting to come in with a love offer and give you a love offer. They want to start off small first and build on that, but they have a lot of love for you with this Queen of Cups showing up. And it's also talking about them being an empath and being psychic just like you are. So they're wanting to come and tell you the truth. Okay. So yeah, this person is working on finding out knowledge about this connection. Okay, they're informing themselves about this soulmate connection, about the way the two of you communicate energetically, because there are messages being sent and received between the two of you with the music card. Okay, and then we've also got triggers here. So there might have been some things that happened in this last connection this person was in, where they were triggered. And so I feel like they're trying to heal these triggers so that they don't come into this connection, and these triggers cause a problem. Okay. All right. So when it comes to the immediate future, which is the last row, we have the Four of Wands, we have the Ten of Wands, and we have the Ace of Pentacles. So this person is wanting to marry you. Okay. They're wanting to have a family with you. If you're wanting that, this is somebody who is not playing around. They're taking this seriously. With the Ace of Pentacles, it's also talking about, a long-term, stable, committed relationship that is grounded and that is, secure. That's what they're wanting to offer you. All right. Like I said, it will start off small, but it's going to grow from there. Four of Wands. So dragonflies might be significant to you. You may see them before you meet this person. Okay. So they've been going through a period of chaos. I feel like it has to do with them dealing with, all the things that they have to deal with and what happened in this connection with this other person. This person shook their foundations just like you had yours shaken. Okay. And so with the Worthy card, they are focusing on letting go of limiting beliefs and letting go of burdens so that they will feel, more worthy and more balanced. And then, this is about them forgiving this other person for what happened and also forgiving themselves as well. Okay. Which is what Spirit is recommending you do too. If you need to forgive this other person so that you're not bringing them or the ghost of this person into this new connection. Okay. All right. So we're going to start by clarifying. I'm not start by clarifying. You're going to get messages, from Spirit. Get some messages from Spirit. Okay, so we've got trust. Spirit is telling you that it's safe to trust in this situation. It's safe for you to trust this person. Okay, because this person is going to do whatever they can to earn your trust. Okay. Then we have balance. It says one person is giving too much in this relationship. Okay, so this could be for those of you, if you're waiting, all right, on this person and you're not focusing on yourself. This is Spirit telling you, you got to pull yourself back, pull your energy back and focus on yourself. This could also be the twin coming in and trying to infiltrate the connection, because we already see these cards coming up with them, right? Then we've got spiritual lesson. It says this person is in your life to teach you a spiritual lesson. Like I said, this will be a connection where you're going to have to be, on your this person's going to keep you on your toes. Let me say it like that, because this is somebody that does the work, that heals themselves. You see what they went through. They're fixing it. Okay, they fixed it in the past. They're dealing with it because it showed up in the immediate in the recent past. It didn't show up in the present or in the future. Okay, so this person, whatever this toxic addiction was, I feel like it may have just been the beginning of it, and they shut it down and locked it down before it became bad. So this is somebody that does the work on themselves, that's not afraid to, for things to get dirty and do what they need to do, get down and dirty and do what they need to do. So you got to be ready to do that as well, Libra, because in order for the two of you to grow in this connection, you both have to grow. It's not going to be one. But I feel like you're going to inspire each other. When you grow, the other person is going to be inspired to grow, and vice versa. Okay. All right. Let's get some messages from your person. Let's see what they want to tell you. Okay. We have, I love you. My love for you is infinite. Okay. It says we are bonded in eternal love that is beyond space and time. Close your eyes and reach into this infinity. Know that it is real. I really want to reach out to you and tell you how I feel. The love I have for you in my heart, nothing can compare with anything. I remember always that I love you. Remember always, my love, that I love you. This card is written. It's so strange. Okay, so they're telling you they love you. Okay, let's get some more messages. Okay, we've got you're the one for me. Okay, I won't ever stop loving you. And then the last one, you are my heart's desire. Okay. Then we have, I only want your love. So this person's only looking at you. They're not looking at anybody else. Like I said, you're their heart's desire. Okay. Then we've got you and your love are worth it. And then we have, I want to have a family with you. Okay. So like I said, that's clarifying this Four of Wands here that showed up. Okay. Now let's get one more round of messages. Ooh, okay. So we've got, I need security. So I feel like this is saying this person needs, they want you to give to them what they give to you. Okay. So many things remind me of you. I admire you. I feel so drawn to you. I wish I could share my good news with you. Okay. All right. Now, before you leave, we're going to get a Romance Angel Oracle card to see what else Spirit wants to tell you about the reading. Spirit is telling you that this connection is worth the wait, and don't be holding, what's going on with this person against them, because they've got issues. You have issues too. Nobody's perfect. Okay. All right. So we've got, pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So I feel like Spirit is talking about your red flags and this person, if they've got any. Okay. Then we have passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So there will be a lot of passion between you and this person. Like I've told you before, you're going to be wanting to rip each other's clothes off. Okay. Okay, Libra, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day, and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Libra. Hi, Libra. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at what's going on for the month of November with you and your person. But this is a timeless reading, so whenever you find this reading, that's what you're supposed to hear. Okay, that's what you were meant to hear. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, here we go. So overall energy for this week's reading or this month's reading is the Magician. Okay, this is Spirit, telling you that you have all the skills, tools, and abilities to manifest whatever it is you want when it comes to your life. Okay, don't think that, because things may have been going haywire for you in the past, that you have no control over what's going on. You do. It's like I said, when it's divine timing, Spirit is telling you, hands off, because they are setting up what you want, what you're trying to manifest, but they're helping you with it. There are certain things that have to occur in order for it to come in the proper timing, so that both you and the person are ready, so you get what it is that you're trying to manifest. Okay. But don't get it twisted. You are in control of your life. Okay. All the other areas of your life, you're in control of. Because like I told you, you have money coming. For some of you, there's going to be an uptick and that probably promotions, or, you're going to be in the spotlight when it comes to your career. Or if you have a business, you're going to have a lot more clients. There are going to be a lot of things coming in for you that you've been, manifesting. But, there's certain things like with your love life at this time that you're not, that you're going through a shift, an upgrade. And so Spirit has to step in to help you with that. Okay. Underneath this, we have the Ten of Cups, Libra. So this is talking about happiness. You and this person coming together and having a family, blending your families if you each have kids, or if one side has kids, or the both of you coming together and producing a child. This could be the two of you coming together and starting a business. Okay. This child could be a metaphor for like a business or something, or just the two of you birthing something together in your relationship. Okay. Underneath this is the Ace of Cups. It is talking about you got all these good ass cards, Libra. You better do what you got to do, Libra, because you got some good shit coming your way. So the Ace of Cups here, this is talking about a rekindled romance or a new romance. Okay. This, this is a beautiful energy to see. I also feel like it is talking about you learning how to love yourself more as well. We have the moon showing up here, Cancer or Pisces energy. This can talk about, fears is what I'm getting. It can also speak of, like emotions, like being afraid of your emotions, being afraid of opening up to someone because you've been hurt. But I feel like you're stepping into a period of healing with the Six of Swords. And so you're going to get past those fears. Okay. All right. So we're going to start by clarifying the Magician. Okay. Okay, so Spirit is telling you, it's time for you to release things that are holding you back, things that are no longer serving you, things that you thought were gonna, were gonna be end up positive and end up being good and end up being a good thing in your life, but turned out not to be. It's about you cutting ties with those things and letting them go. Okay. All right. Then we have the addiction card coming up here. So there may have been some codependencies in the past. It can also speak of emotional blocks. Okay. Obsession, possessiveness, all types of things. Okay. So whatever these addictions are, you know what it is. If this card applies to you, take it as it resonates. And, it's about you dealing with those things and possibly releasing them as well. Okay. Then we have the attached card showing up here. I think this card is so cute. This is talking about your soulmate coming in and wanting to be attached to you, wanting the two of you to come together and build this, amazing relationship together. Okay. So when it comes to the main theme of the month, we have the Ace of Swords. So this is about truth. It's also about communication. So I feel like you're going to have some truthful communication coming through possibly this month. Okay. It may apply to all of you. It may not. Okay. Let's clarify. Yeah. See, you've all been subjected to deception. Okay. I feel like a lot of deception in a lot of your relationships. And I feel like you're just sick and tired of it. Okay. Sick and tired of people, liars. Cause that's a pet peeve of mine too. I can't stand people that fucking want to tell lies. Cause I'm, like I said, even if it's something that's going to hurt me, I would just rather you tell me the damn truth than to be making up these lies, because the truth is going to come out anyway. Okay. So when it comes to your person, they're making plans for the two of you to be together. This person is charting in their mind. They're like way ahead of you I feel like when it comes to, excuse me, this connection. I feel like that's why that 10 of Cups is showing up with that child in the middle, because I feel like this person sits back and daydreams about what it's like, the two of you living together, and if or when you have a child, what it's going to be like, all of those things. That's what I feel like is going on. Okay. Yeah, see, look, there's the wedding rings card. So it's about union and marriage, soul connection, everlasting love, and devotion. That's what's coming towards you. Okay. So when it comes to the past influences affecting this month, we've got the Four of Pentacles. This is about you in the past, either being in relationships with people who have held themselves back emotionally, or it can also talk about you, having been through these horrible connections with people, and now you're starting to hold yourself back because you're tired of people doing it to you when you're trying to come in and be open. Okay, let's clarify. Four Pentacles. Okay, you got a passionate romance coming in. Okay, so Spirit is telling you to surrender. Hold on. To surrender to what is going on in your love life, because there's a sudden a sudden change and transformation coming in. Okay. And like I said, you're used to people wearing masks. Spirit is telling you, if you're trying to come into this wearing a mask, please don't do that. Take the mask off. Be honest with this person. If you're going to give anybody a chance, give this new person, this soulmate, a chance, because they're coming in with very altruistic intentions. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. No, we're not. Let's clarify. Let's move to the next card because we already clarified. Okay. So when it comes to the roadblocks of the month, we've got the Five of Pentacles. Okay, you may be feeling alone right now, or coming up month, you may be in this energy where you feel, abused, left out in the cold, ghosted, breadcrumbed, and you may still be feeling the residual energy from this, from the last connections you were in. Okay, but Spirit is telling you it's time to come in from out of the cold. It's time for you to love yourself enough. Love yourself out of this Five of Pentacles energy is what I feel like Spirit is telling you. Okay, let's clarify. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, see, you are headed in a new direction, but in order for you to get there, Spirit is saying you got to focus on your self-worth. Okay, you got to understand that, yeah, some fucked up shit happened. Yes, no, you did not deserve it, but it was a lesson that you needed to learn so you could heal the things that you've been carrying around for good, so that you don't have to go through this anymore. Okay, but you are stepping into a new timeline where you're not going to have to worry about this anymore, but it's going to require you to focus on healing yourself and bettering your self-worth. Okay, all right, let me get another card here. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, so Spirit is telling you to look back, right? Look back at the past and take a look, because this is like these memories and things like that to me are things that stand out in your mind of sometimes negative things that have happened to you, but they can all talk about a pattern forming where the same things are happening over and over again. Those are the things that you really need to take a look at. Okay, all right. And when it comes to your, with your person, this is talking about forgiveness. Okay, there's some people that you may have to forgive. It may not just be the twin. It may be some other people from the past that you have to forgive. And it's like I said, it's not about giving them a pass. It's not about saying what they did was cool, because on this channel, I don't do that. I don't ever sit and tell you what this person did, even though it was a lesson. I will never sit here and tell you somebody abusing you and breadcrumbing you and leaving you on red and doing all this shit. I would never sit here and tell you that is wrong, that's right what they did, or that you deserved it. I would never say nothing like that. What I'm telling you is that you got to get this person up out of your energy, because you got somebody new coming, and part of the way you do that is by forgiving them. Okay, because by forgiving them, you're releasing whatever hold you have on them, and essentially trying to push them out of your energy, even though they gonna still linger, because they don't want you to go anywhere, because they feel like they found a damn mark. I'm just gonna be honest. They feel like they found a mark, and that they pulled the wool over your eyes one time. They're thinking they can do it again. They are trying to. That's why this magician is here too. This person thinks that they can manifest you back into their lives, sit and manifest, and that you just gonna come walking back into their lives. And I'm like, you don't live in reality. This person, this twin, they don't live in fucking reality like we do. Okay, so you just got to let them go ahead and be delusional, and you do your healing and your forgiveness, and just leave them in the corner wherever the hell they are. Okay, all right. So when it comes to the next card, this talks about the possibilities of the month. So Justice, Libra energy. This is your energy. It's talking about balance, about you getting your karmic, what you deserve karmically. Okay, getting what it is you deserve, you and your person. All right, because like this, what is it saying? Justice is blind. So it's about balancing the scales, because it's been it has really been unbalanced for you, I feel like. Okay, so yeah, see, you felt abandoned by a lot of people in your life. Okay, Spirit is saying, the springtime, this could have been somebody new that came into your life around the spring of this past year, of this year. And I feel like I tell all of you, I'm telling all the signs, is I feel like you already know who this is, this new person. Okay, it's just that you weren't romantically involved with them. And like I said, it could be a coworker, could be somebody in your friend group, it could be a friend of a friend that saw you, that likes you. It could be a myriad of different ways this person is showing up. It could be somebody that works at the store you shop at, or somebody that shops at the same store that you shop at. It could be anything, any little minute thing. Okay, but just because this person is somebody that you've known, it doesn't mean that you were romantically involved with them. So don't be coming at me in the comments talking about new person, old person. If you don't want to be with whoever Spirit sends your way, it's your prerogative. you can make the decision to say no. You don't have to take it. Just like I said, just because somebody offers you something, it don't mean you gotta take it. Okay. But this person is going to be meeting and talking, savoring the moment, feeling elevated, building a friendship. You're going to be building a friendship with this person. That's why Spirit wants you to go slowly. Okay. And like I said, even if you decide to go out on a date with this person, or you decide to get to know this person, at any time you don't want to be with them, you don't have to be with them. You are not signing a contract in blood saying that you got to be with this person. You're not pricking your finger and dipping it in the blood and signing it. You know what? That's how some people are acting on here. And I'm like, it's a relationship at the end of the day. But this is with somebody who is showing up the way you want them to show up. Okay? So if for whatever reason, because you have free will, you decide that you don't want to do it, or you're choosing yourself and you want to be by yourself, no judgment. It's you. It's your life. It's whatever makes you happy, because this is about your happiness. But what Spirit is recommending is that no matter what you do, just stay away from the damn twin, because all the twin want to do is play games and hurt your feelings and have you chase them, and you give them everything and they give you nothing. Okay? All right. So when it comes to your person, Spirit is telling you that they are on the right path. Like I said, this is somebody that respects you, reveres you. That's what I hear in my mind, the word revere. So this is somebody that, like I said, they will go above and beyond to prove their loyalty, their devotion, their admiration, all of those things. Okay. But if you still feel like that's not what you want, your choice. But remember, it's your choice. Okay. All right. So we've got wait. The timing is not quite right. So it's not time for you and this person to come together yet. When it's time, it will happen. We got the children card. It says that children are important to this partnership. We had the child show up in this 10 of cups, and it's showing up again. So for some of you, you could have children, but I also feel like this card is talking about inner childhood wounding, and that it needs to be healed. And that is probably the reason why Spirit is saying, wait, it's not time yet. Then we've got spiritual lesson. This person is in your life to teach you a spiritual lesson. So I feel like Spirit is talking about the twin and the soulmate. They're both in your life to teach you a spiritual lesson. Okay. About what you don't deserve from the twin and all the things you do with the soulmate. Okay. All right, so now look. I just flipped my card. I just happened to hit the cards with my hand when I was trying to straighten another deck, and look what fell out. Life partner and marriage, okay? So like I told you, this person is coming in on some real shit. They not playing around with you, okay? They trying to give you what it is you're manifesting this person. They're trying to give you exactly what it is you're wanting, okay? All right, so now we're going to get some messages from your person. Let's see what they want to tell you. New person, no old messages, no messages from the twin. If there's a message from the twin, I'm gonna just go through it, but there's no way it can come out of these decks because I took out the twin flame messages. Okay, so we've got message of love. I am thinking about you, my love, even though you think I'm not. I miss you every day and night. I'm curious to know what you've been doing. How your days go by without me. Sometimes I wonder, do you even think of me? I am feeling the urge to reach out to you, my love, and I promise I will. So this person is just waiting for Spirit to give them the go ahead to say something to you. Okay. All right. Okay. So we've got, you don't realize how perfect you are to me. I just want to hear your voice. Hold on. Let me see if I can get another one. Everything reminds me of you. All right. So you, like I said, you live rent free in this person's head all day long, every day. Okay, let's get one more deck. Okay, so we've got, you are my two of cups, you are my soulmate, and then we have, I need more time to heal and love myself. I feel like Spirit is giving you this card as well too, because this is about you making sure you're ready for this. Because look, okay, let me say this. I know a lot of y'all don't like to talk about, or don't like to hear about, all right, I got to take time to heal. I got to take time to love on myself. Let me tell you something. This new relationship, think about what we just talked about, right? This is going to be somebody coming in, right, that wants to be your life partner. You and this person may be headed towards marriage. If not marriage, at least a committed connection, okay? There's going to be a lot of change that occurs in your life. A lot of things may be, even if you move slowly, there's going to be a lot of change. Okay. And even though this is positive change can be stressful just as much as a negative change can. And I feel like Spirit is telling you, you need to take this time to rest and to love on yourself and to heal certain things so that you can fully prepare for this. I feel like, this separation is Spirit giving you a gift out of respect for what is coming towards you so that you can be fully ready. Okay. All right. So before you go, we are going to pull some Lovers Oracle cards to see what else Spirit wants to tell you about the reading. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Falling on the floor. Okay, so we got two cards. This is the first one. It says Sacred Union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it truly is sacred. So this connection with you and this person, is a really serious, it's a spiritual connection. Okay. Then we have this card. It says criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. Okay. And one of the ways you cut down on the criticism is healing yourself, because a lot of times when we criticize other people, we are subconsciously projecting things about ourselves. Okay. So the more you love yourself, the more you're going to be able to love this other person. All right. Okay, Libra, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Libra.